What a world, it's your homeboy WordPlay TJ, and I'm back with another video for you. This time around, I'm gonna tell you how TuneCore has messed up. Stay tuned. So TuneCore has just announced on January 1st, 2026, they are going to increase their commissions for publishing administration. And they're increasing that rate from 15% to 20%. And that absolutely pisses me off. So as this video goes on, I'm going to tell you exactly what that means, what changes are going to occur, whether or not you should make that move based off of some calculated risk, and ultimately how you can get away if you need to. What's most startling about this is that they haven't really talked to us about increasing this rate, or even just warned us that this new rate was coming. I don't remember receiving any emails about a rate increase from 15 to 20% anytime this year, which ultimately gives me 30 days to make a decision. Otherwise, I'm automatically enrolled in higher commissions. Also in the email, they're framing this conversation as if it's going to bring better services. So I'm going to read exactly what they say that they want to offer. They want to offer better tools like bulk registration and improved data matching. They want to do expanded global reach. That means that their collecting partners from across the globe are going to improve. They also want a higher overall royalty recovery and faster payments and clearer reporting. So here are the costs and why I think that artists should be cautious about taking this risk, even though TuneCore is saying that they're increasing their services. I don't know about you, but mathematically, this is a lot. This is a 33% increase across the board from their services that they already offer. And for their sync licensing side of the publishing, they take 50% of whatever they acquire for artists. Those percentages are not small. And so when you're an independent artist, it's really, really important and vital to hold on to as much percentage as you possibly can. We just had this conversation. I don't know if you were on social media when Russ was lamenting about the whole Rock Nation distribution thing, where they distribute your music in the same way that TuneCore, CD Baby, DistroKid, and all these other services will distribute your music, but really offer you nothing more in return. So what Russ explained when he was angry about this thing is that, look, if you have a DistroKid account and you pay X amount of dollars per year and you keep 100% of your royalties, that is a better deal because you're paying one flat rate, and no matter how much your revenue increases, you're continuing to pay that flat rate. This is the same deal here with TuneCore. When I signed up with TuneCore, I thought that I would be keeping most of my royalties, and basically I am. 85% is still a lot of my cash, but I want that other 15%. Because whenever I am registering my songs on TuneCore Publishing Administration, I'm the one that's typing in all this data. I'm the one that's making sure that every one of these songs is matched with the recording. I'm doing a lot of manual labor that they honestly could do for that 15% that they are charging me. And so there are 5 different things that artists need to consider in this situation. Number 1 is how this affects your long-term earnings. If this is a situation where you know that your revenue is on the up and up and it's going to increase, this is not just one project. Your songs live forever. And that means that they are going to be taking a higher percentage in perpetuity as long as you have this agreement with them. Number 2, publishing is the most valuable part of your business. It is earnings for the rest of your life, like I just said in point number 1. But not only that, you get paid if you are the songwriter, the publisher, the beat maker, whatever it may be. That is the most lucrative side of your royalties. The other thing is that the competition charges less. There are other services and other businesses that you can use, and at least one of them that I know doesn't charge you any commission on publishing administration services. but you have a choice to go somewhere else. So why would they undercut themselves if their service is not better than others? Number 4, these improvements may not matter to you. You may not need bulk registration. You may have a small catalog. You may release one album at a time and then make sure that you keep up with that ingestion. Like, this increase of services doesn't serve everybody, and you may not be the person. And number 5 is, will these new tools actually save you some time? The whole reason why I use a publishing administrator in the first place is because I need to save time. If you're in a situation where your catalog is large like mine, doing all of these registrations and keeping up with them may be a little bit of a challenge. And that's where I want to talk about usemogul.com. There's over $1 billion of uncollected royalties that artists have not claimed. So ultimately, there's many ways for you to register your publishing across multiple different services and platforms, whether it be BMI, Sound Exchange, and the MLC. But making those registrations or making those update changes to all of your metadata are not easy. And oftentimes, royalties get locked in the black box, and it makes it hard for artists to collect their royalties if your metadata is not matched up with the recording and the data that's coming from the streaming services. And so for the past year, I've been testing out Use Mogul for my own catalog. So if you have songs that you want to register, go ahead and try Mogul with the link down in the description. You can get 20% off your first year of your subscription. I recommend not hesitating and going out and trying Mogul right now. So say you're watching this video and you're undecided about whether or not you want to leave TuneCore or stay. There are a few things that you can think about in order to make that decision. So the first thing I would do is calculate how much money you've made over the last 12 months with your publishing. If you can afford to lose an extra 5% and that is worth it to you to keep generating that amount of money, then by all means, stay. You should also consider looking at your catalog growth. If your catalog is growing consistently, then you should evaluate whether or not it'll be worth your money long term in order to stay with TuneCore. Just be mindful, if your catalog is growing, that 5% chunk is going to grow as well. In my opinion, I believe a flat rate would be better. You should compare all of the alternatives. There's Mogul, there's Songtrust, which I have a whole nother video about that, and I'm not sure that I trust their service, but they could have changed. There are also other publishing administrators that are available for you to choose. You also want to think about TuneCore's added value. Will bulk registration help you? Will faster payments help you? Will global registrations help you if you are not getting streams globally? Those are all things to consider when thinking about sticking with TuneCore or leaving. Ultimately, you want to decide right away. And there's some people that may not be able to drop their service. I'm not sure where TuneCore lies on this. So there's a situation where you could have just joined TuneCore and be locked into your contract for 1 year before you're able to leave. Now, if those terms apply to you, you may not be subject to what this email has said. It depends. If you got this email, I would ask their support services whether or not it applies to you or doesn't. And then there are individuals that are in situations like mine where they have signed up for TuneCore publishing administration services and a year has elapsed and it's in between the time that you can end your registration. So it's roughly every 3 months you can apply to leave TuneCore publishing administration in order to change services or do whatever else you want to do. The most important thing I think you should consider is that publishing is one of the most important revenue sources for any musician out there. And it is especially important for independent musicians. So holding on tight to any percentage, as much percentages as you can, is very vital. So just use this video as a cautionary tale. I don't know whether or not TuneCore would be right for you or not, but right now it's not the right decision for me. And that you can take that with a grain of salt. So if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section. If you got something from this video, be sure to subscribe to this channel. And until next time, it's your homeboy Wordplay TJ. Peace. We ain't felt this. Loose in a minute, little ice in my drink, feel smooth when I sip it. No rules, put the tip in. Not looking at you, no clues when I fit in. Tunnel vision when I came in the game. All natural, no tame.